fertile, they're virgins, they're pure, they're natural looking women. They don't have any Botoxes, they don't have any fake lip fillers or anything. They don't have any fake eyelashes on. They have natural hair, they have clear skin, and they're also honorable and respectable and admirable. That's what we like as men. So there's nothing about me making a law about that. It's just a biological thing that men like. And that's it doesn't make me a bad guy saying that. It's just the truth. The truth hurts, isn't it? So that's all I'm going to do, you know?
True. I think in terms of like the people that are listening, because you're so like direct, and I think some people are just using their emotions to respond, and they're getting triggered real quick rather than the actual questions itself. They're not answering the questions.
Yeah.
But just one last quick thing as well, just like, you know, in terms of the women, the more you make as a woman, they'll struggle to find a high value man. Right. I think it's because what happens is because they start to earn more than, like, they want providers basically. And if you're earning more than a guy, then you're going to be like, oh, I can do better than this. Or you might stay with the guy for maybe a year or two, but think he's not earning enough. And they're always looking, I think it's called hypergamy.
Yeah, hypergamy.
Yeah. And they're always trying to find better and better. But but that's all I wanted to say, bro. But thanks for adding me.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it, bro. Take care, bro. Yeah?
Cool.
But that's how you have a conversation. You didn't see me and him arguing. But it's just the facts. Men don't argue with facts. We just agree to the facts. It's just the facts. You know, and that's why we're so different, because we don't argue with facts. The facts are always going to be the facts. The facts are there for a reason. It's not there for no reason.
Hello.
What's good? What are you saying?
I'm fine. Hi. So touching on the mixed and black being commercially attractive, or who's more commercially attractive point, I'm going to use an example. Because you said that mixed women are more likely to be natural, body-wise, their natural hair and stuff. But if we look at, for instance, the rapper Miss Mulatto, she actually wears lace wigs and stuff, but she's still deemed as commercially attractive.
Is she mixed race?
Yeah, she is. Her mum is white, I believe.
Does that make her, is that an exception?
No, that's why I'm asking you, because obviously I feel like you're basing your point on, I won't say an outdated experience, but I feel like it's a bit like, because the times that we're in now, I feel like both black women and mixed women are sort of doing the same thing, wearing wigs, getting BBLs done, getting their lips done. So it's not necessarily just black women.
I don't think you can don't ever put yourself in a category of mixed race woman. You lot are different. I just think you lot need to embrace being black, and mixed race women need to embrace being mixed race. Let me finish what I'm saying, because some of you, I'm not saying all of you black women are like this, right? But I think a lot of black women try to compete with mixed race women. Stop trying to compete with them. You can never be like them. You can never compete with them. Compete with yourself. Be your own best company. Be your own best version of yourself every single day you wake up.
No, definitely.
Let me finish what I'm saying. You're not even listening to what I'm saying. Just listen. Just learn to listen. This is what you don't need to do. Listen. Stop reacting and always responding. Just listen, then respond, right? Because the thing is, right, you lot are see the thing with black women, you lot are focused on the wrong things. Focus on what you can control. What you can control is what you can control. If you can have naturally beautiful, natural Afro hair, why are you not showing that off as a woman, as a black woman? Do you know how much of a privilege that is as a black woman? Do you know some white women and some Asian women admire black hair? You know that, right?
Yeah, definitely.
You know they admire that. You know they admire that. And if they admire that, mixed race girls admire black hair. But you don't admire your own hair. Because if you really admired it, you would show off your hair and show it off like a champ. But you look hide it and try to be Asian and white so bad. Having straight hair. That's not black hair. Black hair is Afro hair. Negro hair, curly hair, 4C hair, 3C hair. That's Afro hair. That's black hair. That's the history of black women. Having natural curly, having naturally Afro hair. But you look try to copy the white woman or the Asian woman. And this is why a lot of black men are starting to sway away from black women. Because black women are not really showing their culture as they should.
I feel like is what you're saying is relative to certain demographics, but when we look at a wider perspective, for example, if we're going to talk about mixed women and black women, we have to look at them as a whole. And I feel like, especially in this year, you do definitely see mixed girls wearing wigs as well. So I feel like the times where I feel like it'll be primary school days, you'll say, oh yeah, mixed race girls have longer hair or their hair's naturally curly or whatever. But as time has moved on, you see both races, I'll kind of say, wearing wigs as well. So I don't think it necessarily falls down on black women. I feel like girls in general.
I think it falls down on black women more than mixed race women. I just think, again, you're comparing a mixed race woman. Stop comparing mixed race women with black women. You lot show off your hair, your wigs more than what mixed race women do. If I'm in London, I'm from London, right? I see more mixed race women with their afro hair out more than black women with their afro hair out. And I think majority of guys will agree with what I'm saying. Majority, 85% of guys on this live stream will agree with what I'm saying. It's very, very rare to see a black woman now in London, in the city of London, showing off her natural hair. It's very, very rare. Very, very, very rare. And I see it, don't get me wrong, I see black women showing off natural hair, but it's very, very, very rare. It's very slim. That's why it's spoken about more. Because black women don't embrace the hair as much as they should. If every black woman was showing off the natural hair, do you not think black men will have something different to talk about? When there's countless black men talking like this on TikTok, on Instagram, on social media, Facebook, about black women not showing off natural hair, there's a reason why black men are doing this. It's not for no reason. We're not doing it to get views and get clicks. We're doing it for the reason that we just see black women not showing off the natural hair no more.
I'm black. My hair.
That picture's a wig.
Yeah, but I still have my hair out.
It proves my point. It just proves my point. That picture's a wig.
But I don't think so, because same way I can put on a wig, a mixed race girl can also put on a wig. Same way I can take off the wig, a mixed race woman can take off her wig.
No, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing, because mixed race women have different features to black women. Mixed race women have more exotic features, more Eastern European features. Their nose are a bit different to black woman's nose. Their features are completely different. So if anything, I actually think mixed race women suit straighter hair more than black women do. Because generally speaking, a lot of mixed race women have straight hair. You know that, right? So generally speaking, mixed race women can have straighter hair than black women. You know that, right? Because they got more white in them. They got Eastern European in them. So don't just think.
But then
let me land what I'm saying. Don't just think every mixed race woman has afro hair. Some of them have different textures of hair. I've seen black mixed race women that are mixed of black that have very straight hair. Because sometimes the white genes dominate more. The Eastern European genes dominate more than the black genes. So don't get it twisted. So, but generally speaking, mixed race women, right, can have straight hair more than black women because it suits their face more than black women. When you put on straight hair, it doesn't suit you like it doesn't have the same effect. Because a mixed race woman can have straight hair and she still can look attractive. But it's not really the same for a black woman because it doesn't suit your face. It's something about it that irritates me. I'm not gonna lie, it irritates me a little bit. To a point where, why are you neglecting who you really are? Why are you trying to copy the Asian woman, the white woman, the mixed race woman? Why are you doing that? When you could just be black. Embrace being black. You don't say Black Lives Matter. Embrace being black then. Show off your hair. Black Lives Matter for that. Show off your natural hair. Show other black women the reason why they should have afro hair in their head. Be the example of that. Be the exception. So more black women will start following you and being inspired by you. Because I'm going to be honest, there needs to be more women that are leaders, that are taking the lead and taking charge, right? Because not to bash you women, but a lot of you lot are sheeps. A lot of you lot copy each other. I don't like damola, so let me all hate. Let's all hate damola. Damola's are this guy. But you lot don't listen. Because there's some women that come on here generally actually support what I'm doing. But women won't say, I support you, damola, I respect what you're doing. Women will watch my live and say, oh, listen, I respect what you're doing. Deep down, they secretly admire me. But a lot of you will be scared to admit it on my life because you lot are scared you're going to be called a pick-me. But stop being sheeps. Have your own mind.
Okay.
If you do what I'm saying, be the example of a woman to have natural hair. That's what more women need to do. More women started doing that, women will become more powerful. I'm telling you. But there needs to be more accountability. Because men hold women accountable. Men hold men accountable. Women don't hold women accountable. We hold men accountable all the time. Yeah, go ahead. Say your point. Go ahead.
Another point you made, I think it was to do with a girl having a good relationship with both parents, and or a girl being raised by a single parent and stuff like that. But I feel that statement is slightly incorrect because, for instance, a girl can be brought up in a two-parent household, however, can see being brought up, the relationship between her mum and dad isn't actually stable. And so whilst the dad is still in the house, what she's seeing as what a relationship should be like isn't the nuclear family or the right dynamic. So she could then take those values with her and grow up with it, but it doesn't necessarily fall down to how she was brought up. I feel like people's circumstances are different, and just because a girl has both parents in the household doesn't mean she's going to become any more of a high value woman than someone who doesn't.
Again, you're misunderstanding my point. We're talking about the majority of women. The majority, we don't talk about the exceptions. Stop exceptionalizing things. Stop personalizing things.
It's quite common in ethnic backgrounds.
Let me finish what I'm saying. Just let me finish. Before you respond, just let me finish. That's what we need to do. You start doing better. Listen more before you speak. Stop reacting all the time. Just listen to what I have to say, then respond. That's what you don't need to work on. Listen more. Right? We'll talk about the majority of women. The majority of women that come from family households, family-orientated houses like good mother, good father, good work ethic in the family, good moral background, good moral standpoint of life, God-fearing. They treat their woman of respect. They encourage their daughter to be respectful, be honest, be honorable, be modest. That's more likely a woman that's not going to be promiscuous. Yes, there's some cases where some women come from God-fearing family households and they're promiscuous. It happens a lot. But the majority of women that have a good father and a good mother in their life, they're very feminine because they've been around that type of household. So I hear what you're saying, but I'm talking about the majority of women that come from family households. They tend to be more secure in themselves, more humble, more respectful, more confident. They have more of a true identity. The reason why I think a lot of you lot put on wigs on your head, because a lot of you lack identity of yourself. I think a lot of you lot have fathers in your life, and that's not me trying to bash you lot. I think a lot of you lot have unemotionally available mothers, and I think that's a big problem with the black community. I think a lot of black mothers are very, very masculine, very, very rude to a point where, not saying rude to a point where they're bad people, but I think a lot of black mothers have a lot of weight in their shoulder. Because generally speaking, there's more fatherless homes in the black community than the white community. Any other community but the black community has more fatherless homes than any other race. That's a fact. And
Sorry, Anthony, in the comments, your hairline is completely nearly eroded, and you keep saying JK drop. I'm confused.
Let me finish what I'm saying. The majority, a lot of family households, a lot of fatherless households come from the black community. The black community, right? And that's a fact, right? And another fact is that a lot of black mothers are unemotionally available for their daughters, which is why a lot of daughters are very masculine. Do you know the reason why a lot of women become promiscuous? A lot of the reason why women become promiscuous is because a lot of women have unemotionally available parents. You know that, right? The reason why a lot of women become promiscuous, not because they want to be promiscuous, is because it's a cry out for help, it's a cry out for attention, it's a cry out for support, right? Because promiscuous women look at self-love as smecks. The more guys I sleep with, the more I'm loved. The more attention I have, that means the more I love. No, not every attention is good attention. And when you're not round a good father and a good mother to teach you those values, you're going to pick up on main character syndrome. Because another scientific fact is that a lot of promiscuous women have main character syndrome. You think everyone's looking at you. You think everyone hates you. You think no one likes you. You think everyone judges you. But when you even like yourself, you're sleeping around with different guys. You even respect yourself. How can you even demand respect and no one even respects you? You're demanding respect, but you don't even respect yourself. Any woman that sleeps around with a guy, you don't have any self-respect for you. And that's why it's very important to come from a very good moral ethnic background to teach you values as a woman of being a woman that's modest and respectable and honorable and admirable. Because this is the reason why the majority of women that come from family households are more feminine than women that don't come from family households. That's a fact.
I feel like this point is what pushes out this generalized statement. I feel like when you make points like this...
Come off the live, you're not listening. I don't need to keep explaining myself to you. I've been honest with you, I've been respectful to you. I've told you the facts, right? Fatherless homes come from more of the black community, right? The reason why a lot of women become promiscuous is not because they want to be promiscuous. No woman wakes up one day and says, I want to be promiscuous. No one was like, I want to wake up one day and sleep with different guys. There's a reason why. There's always a reason behind it. When I see women covering up their body, dressing provocatively, wearing bare makeup, having tattoos all over their chest and shoulders, it's not because they want to do it. It's a cry out for help. It's a cry out for love and attention. Any woman that goes outside and tries to get attention from anybody, you're looking for attention because you don't have love for yourself. So that's a fact. That's the fact of it. It's a hard pill to swallow, but it's the fact. And no one's going to tell you this, but it's the fact. Hello?
Hello.
What's good?
I just want to talk about how, so I know you was talking with the last person about like black women and how they wear their hair and how we apparently wear wigs too much and etc. I just want to say that sometimes there is like a stereotype or a preconceived notion that some women, like, their hair is natural, but because it's like blonde or like it's straight, people will like assume that it's a wig when it's actually their natural hair. I feel like a lot of people don't give black women the chance to have like their natural hair out, because the assumption is just that, oh, it's very
I don't want to hear it. I'm tired of hearing this. It's the same damn excuses all the time. Very damn excuses. Stop caring what people think of you as black women. Stop caring what people think of you. Stop making excuses. If you want to put on natural hair, put on natural hair. Stop making excuses. Stop centering your own insecurities onto other people. Stop projecting your insecurities onto other people. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. If you want to put on an afro on your head, go ahead and do that. No one's stopping you. No one's stopping you doing that. Stop projecting. You don't want to do it, just say you don't want to do it, but stop making it about other races. Oh, other races don't like my actual hair. It's victimized hair. I want to be a baby. I want to be a baby. All this victimized, it's generally tiring hearing that. I get tired hearing it. It's like, it's just the same damn excuses. I don't want to hear it. We as men are tired hearing this. We hear it every single day. Every single day we hear it.
Hi.
What are you saying? What's good?
So I just want to touch on the exact thing that you just said about people making excuses about their hair and stuff. I feel like it's definitely true. I don't think black women should make excuses about why they don't decide to wear their natural hair. I feel like it actually comes from like our mothers and our aunties when we was younger. This is something that goes back generations, like aunties and stuff wanting to relax their hair and change their children's hair. Like, they didn't like their children having their hair out when they was younger. And I feel like that's been carried through. And I feel like what needs to happen is people should embrace more their natural hair. But I also feel like it's an effort of the whole race. When you think about the question itself, like, are mixed race women more commercially attractive? I feel like in a whole, when you think about music videos, ads and stuff, people only like to use black women when it's beneficial to the brand. Otherwise, they will use a white woman or a mixed race woman. And I feel like it takes a whole race to support black women having their natural hair for it to be more acceptable.
You know what it is, right? I hear what you're saying, but I just think as a black woman community, it's not a man's job to uplift it. It's your job to uplift it.
Yeah.
You're a black woman. Are you mixed or black?
I'm mixed race.
Oh, okay. So you're mixed. Okay. So you should be uplifting black women, because you can say you're black, you're mixed in it, but people might say you think you're black. Mixed race can claim to be black as well, right? So you should be uplifting the black community, saying they should have natural hair.
Yeah,
it's not a man to do that, because it's funny. I've read a bit of the comments, right? When you started speaking, we basically said the same. I basically said similar things to what you said. And everyone's now saying, you're talking facts. You go, girl, you're talking facts. But when a man does it, it's like no one really listens to it. So I think women need to do it more than men do it. Because I feel
like women are each other's worst haters. I feel like, I do understand what you said about women copy each other. And I feel like if more women were supportive of having your natural hair and stuff, then more women would do it. However, when I'm speaking, even though I'm mixed race, I'm coming from a point of view. I grew up in a very white area when I was younger, and even my hair, compared to the people that I was around, it was too black. And there was a point that I wanted to relax my hair. I wanted it to be white. And I'll be honest, it was when I moved to London and I was around more black people, that's what made me be like, actually, no, I'm embracing my natural hair more. And I feel like all races should do that. But like I said, I feel like it takes an army of people to be supportive. And when we talk about even like a working woman, the office that I work in, I'm mixed race. And when I go to work with my natural hair, the comments that I get, the stares that I get, it is a lot. And I feel like it takes the whole race to support it. You in school, you know, when people would make fun of black girls when they'd have their hair out in afros, I feel like as much as women need to do it, I feel like men need to support natural hair as well.
I think now you're not making no sense now. Because black men do support women to have natural hair. You don't support yourself. Stop asking men to support you because when men support you, you don't want the support from men.
Yeah, I definitely feel like women say they don't need validation.
Let me finish what I'm saying. You want a man to support you, but you lot only want us to support you when it suits you. When we tell you the harsh truth that you need to hear, you lot don't want to hear the truth. So I think men have given up on this topic a little bit, because I just think a lot of black women don't want to listen. A lot of black women are very stubborn. Very, very stubborn. You don't listen. A lot of you are very argumentative, very dominant, very masculine. So sometimes you lot are very hard to speak to. Not all of you, but a lot of black women are very, very hard to speak to. So I think a lot of black men get tired of expressing themselves, what they want from black women, if black women ain't reciprocating the same energy. Because generally speaking, I don't know any black man that has any strong hatred towards any black woman. I'm gonna be very honest with you. But I think it's not the other way around though. I think a lot of black women have a lot of strong hatred towards black men. And I think a lot of that comes from fatherless homes. I think the reason why a lot of black women don't like black men because of your fathers, right? And that's going to be a very hard pill to swallow. But a lot of you don't like black men because of it's a trauma related thing that you've gone through in your life. Maybe your father's not being there for you. Maybe you had a black father that's been a deadbeat baby father. Maybe he's not being there for you. Maybe he's abused you emotionally. Maybe he's not being there for you. And it's a hatred that's continued through your childhood. And sometimes that can be a subconscious thing, right? Because generally speaking, right, when someone has a strong hatred for something, it's not for no reason. There's a reason why that's happening. So what I want to know is that when a black man is trying to speak and express what he wants from a black woman, why does he get so much backlash and so much hate? But when a black woman does it, it's not the same thing. Because all I see sometimes is that black men just want to encourage women to have natural hair, but black women just don't want to listen. So if you don't want to listen to us, we will go and date a mixed race woman. We will go and date a woman that has natural hair. That's what we will do, because there's more women on this earth than there's more women on this earth than men. So men will never have a hard time finding a woman. We'll always find a woman that we want, because there's billions of women on this planet. There's more women on this earth than men. So we don't care. Like, we can advise you lot or have natural hair, but if we feel like we're just wasting our time speaking about it, why are we going to try to help you? You ain't trying to hear it. So that's why I'm saying more black women need to express it more, because I feel like when women speak to each other, women tend to listen more than they listen to men. That's just how I see it.
I also want to touch on the point about women having high body counts, and you guys might tussle me in the comments, but I feel like if we're being real, it is true. If you have a higher body count, I'm not saying you're never going to find anyone, but who you're going to find is going to be very limited. You're not going to have all these options. You can't have all these requirements, because the same way you have requirements, men have requirements, and that's a lot of men's requirements is that you have a low body count. So I feel like I've always agreed that if you have a high body count, I'm not saying you shouldn't, like, do and be what you want to be, but you shouldn't expect now that you're going to have the same options as someone who has a lower body count. So you guys can tussle me in the comments for agreeing with that point. But
you keep saying they're going to tussle me for the comments. That's part of the problem. Why do you have to keep saying that? Just say your point and make your point. That's it.
Well, yeah, that is my point.
I don't want you guys to tussle me in the comments. Like, why are you trying to people please then? Just be honest.
No. I'm not trying to people please, but I'm a woman.
It comes across as that when you keep saying, "Oh, don't fight me in the comments." I don't care what they think of me. I just talk the truth.
No, because I say it because I am a woman, and like I said, I feel like if a woman wants to have sex and have a high body count, that's fine.
Not say smex, not say smex.
Oh, sorry. I don't do the flag thing, but yeah, if they want to do that, they should be able to do what they want. But that's
again, you're part of the problem now. You're not being honest, right? Because you're trying to pander a little bit. Like, I like what you're saying, but don't hold back what you're saying.
I'm not holding back. I'm not holding back.
Hear me out. Hear what I'm saying. Just listen to what I'm saying. Don't hold back what you want to say to people please someone. What you think is the truth, you should say is the truth. That's what more women need to start doing.
No, but I feel like sometimes, and your opinion isn't the truth. I don't feel like my opinion is the truth.
So you just said, you're backtracking now. So when you said the majority are speaking that most men will not go for one that has a high body count, is that an opinion or is that the truth? That's what I'm going to ask you now. If a woman has a body count that's higher than another woman, is that my opinion or is that the truth?
No, I feel like it's the truth.
Answer my question. It's not about what you feel like. If a man wants a woman of a lower body count, is that your opinion or is that the truth of it?
No, I think it's the truth. I feel like men if they want someone with a low body count, they're not going to pick someone that has a high body count.
So is it an opinion or is it the truth? That's what I'm asking.
No, that statement that you said is the truth, but I was giving my opinion on that statement.
So if it's the truth, your opinion doesn't mean nothing then, because it's the truth.
So then why are we having a debate about it?
Hear me out. Just let me finish. Just before you react, just let me finish. If it's the truth, that means your opinion does not matter to what other people think, because this is still the truth. Because a lot of women want to fight with the truth. Not saying you're fighting with the truth, but I'm saying a lot of women like to fight with the truth. So if all men in the comments are saying, majority of men are saying in the comments, we don't want a woman with a high body count, that means your opinion doesn't mean nothing, because that's what we want.
It's true.
Are you gonna put a ring in a man's finger, or is a man gonna put a ring in your finger?
Yeah, it's true. And I feel I said,
if a man's gonna put a ring in your finger, right, that means what we think of you matters more than what you think of us, because we're putting a ring in your finger. We decide we want to marry you.
Yeah, I agree. And I feel like the same way I said men have their requirements, girls have their requirements. And I feel like if you want to have sex with people, you can. But the same way you can't expect now that you're going to have all the options in the world. You're not.
I agree with that. And that's how you should just keep it this straightforward and simple like that. When you keep it straightforward, the message becomes more clearer and better than when you're trying to waffle and say, I don't want to offend anybody, because it takes away the message. Like, I just think more women need to have more courage to speak up more. And I respect I respect you coming. Like, you've been respectful, you've been fairly logical, and you've carried yourself well. But I think more women need to copy what you're doing and be honest with them and be honest with themselves, because I think a lot of women don't like to offend other women.
Mm-hmm. Can I also just say as well, the last point, I feel like it's not getting spoken about enough. The more you make as a woman, and I just feel like there's a lot of opinionated women in the chat. Why are we not talking about that? Why are we not talking about making more money as a woman? I want that topic to be spoken about. But yeah, that's all. I don't have anything else to say.
Have a good day, man. Take care.
Bye.
But yeah, that's how it should be. Keep it straightforward and simple, man. Everyone get this to 110. 110K, 110K likes, let's get it to there. Then I add someone else in. Get it to 110.